You are listening to Maximum Pew Pew, an actual play RPG podcast. Maximum Pew Pew follows continuous storylines and are meant to be enjoyed from the beginning. This episode follows the Dead Sons storyline and may contain spoilers for the Dead Sons Adventure Path published by Paizo Incorporated. Gameplay segments may contain mature themes and adult language. In this episode, the party discovers the curious stargazer statue in Ukalam. It's the next day, so let's go ahead. All right, next day.
Overnight, can I attempt to try to recharge that battery?
Yeah, so
okay.
we're doing overnight activities, so if there's any type of rest or recovery...
we also need to treat... What's her name?
Yeah, we're going to treat her.
Not dead.
I can aid. I got a 25 plus aid.
I super assist.
Okay.
I rolled a 20.
So she gets her bonus.
So with the super assist, that's a good roll. That is a good roll.
She just needs a little medicine and some friends. Get her out of that doomsday cult.
Yeah, and every time we heal her, I'm just all like, Sarenrae is the best. Look at this beautiful opportunity Sarenrae is giving you.
See what I mean? The right words, the wrong way to say it.
I just look at her and say,
wrong.
no.
You're not wrong.
I just tell you, no, science saved you.
So,
there is a deity of science.
I have Triune as my deity.
So it's like the Bill Nye
Cold logic.
science with a
It's
capital S.
actually a Castrovellian deity, Uressa.
Yes.
She is
I'll have to
literally
read up
the
on
deity
her.
of science.
Yeah.
Right.
She
That's
does not
actually
give
really
you
cool.
answers. She expects you to do experimentation.
I
And I'm
gave
gonna
you my
tell her-
method. You figure it out.
I'm gonna tell her that science is saving her, but only Sarenrae can give her the opportunity to redeem herself.
Yeah, so science is not separate from a deity now.
Right.
It is like there's a deity of
for it.
science.
so
My
that actually makes me
psychiatrist is a follower of
your
Uressa.
compatriot here, she is weakened,
I love
which
it.
means she is just sickened and fatigued. So she's getting...
So she is Lashunta.
Yeah.
All right. So she's from around here-ish.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
So she helps us pick out the best ramps.
Well, I mean, being from around here doesn't necessarily mean
She's not from the jungle. She's from, like, a city.
She's probably heard things. She could probably tell you
Ramps are
stories
things that
and know
exist here,
and
I
probably
guess.
get like bonuses to knowledge local type stuff.
I'm just a cashier at the local gas station. What do you want from me?
Who decided
I'm not
to go
even supposed to be here today.
So she got her heal check. You guys have done any healing and refreshing of spells that need to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And
I just gotta make sure I don't fry bad.
Get her stamina points back.
Yes, and survival checks for progress. And we'll be changing the map after this.
You are assisted. I actually rolled a 19.
That would have been sufficient to do it yourself.
Right, yeah.
21.
17 is my total.
28.
With just the aid. If maps give us
28
something
with no
after
aid.
that, but...
All right. So, I need to change the map.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I need to put the random die roller back on here.
When will we use these?
I don't know yet,
Okay.
but I did make them.
So you just made them and hoped that an opportunity would.
Well, there's kind of a mechanic.
there
he gave us
is.
the picture.
It's like the
we
mechanic
haven't-
is there. We just don't know when it's going to pop
We
up.
just haven't looted the things that turn it on.
And the things that turn it on don't exist yet in my head. So.
All right.
Side note, I did play a couple hours of God of War last night. It's good. It's the first one I've ever played, too.
I
So
don't have a system to play it on.
this is the first time I've had a system to play it on.
Can you reach for that one?
That's why it's the first time. And I actually really like Norse mythology. Like,
These
I
are
really like
numbered,
Norse mythology.
Matthew.
You know what? Then you can put them in a pile and just look at the backside and lay them out. Like you're doing now.
Yeah. Oh,
He was only trying to help.
you guys have been using electronic weapons a bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Laser pistols.
Yeah.
My
If
frostbite's an energy weapon.
If you need at any point, I can try to recharge a battery in the evening. There's a chance that battery dies and never works again.
What's
So-
that?
do
What's
it
that
inside the
percent
gun.
chance?
20? It's spend a resolve, you get 10 charges back on it, and there's a 20% chance that battery is just dead forever.
I like that thing where you don't wreck the things I spent my credits on.
I mean, I've got spare batteries.
You're like the little kid that's like, I'm going to take it apart and put it back together again, and you don't know how to put it back together. And you're like, great, this is my...
So, fun story.
Yes.
Those are actually 10-foot squares.
Oh.
So, but I'm the GM, so those are 5-foot squares.
So you remember how we had the conversation in our Pathfinder game about what Arche's holy symbol looked like?
Yes.
It looks kind of like that building.
Oh.
Okay.
Only colorful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with less wrappings, perhaps.
It is a very unusual looking building.
Well, yeah, it is, actually. Let's see. It does not say what direction you guys approach this from, but since you guys have probably been heading
There's a
northeast,
compass
we'll
road.
say that you guys approach from down here.
Hooray, I get to manage the minis.
It's your job today. So, the trees thin ahead, forming a broad clearing centered on an immense stone statue of a reclining elf, whose skin bears dozens of raised markings like painful welts. The figure rests on one partially buried elbow, while extending its other hand toward the sky. The elf's simple robe and hair are both sculpted of heavily weathered metal that is corroded entirely in places. Numerous crumbling outbuildings ring the clearing, where only mosses and a few stubborn, stunted trees grow. I will point your attention to Hakeem Zan's notes, which was one of the handouts I gave you previous. I'll read it aloud. The most notable entry is the Plague Warden. This massive stone figure is a reclining elven form covered in weathered boils. I suspect it is an effigy that serves ritual purposes, such as absorbing the illness of some great king so he might live forever. Please note that...
So he's like Dorian Gray's painting.
I don't think it works that way.
Okay. Yeah.
So, recall that
The map
Hakeem
does not have
Zan
boils.
is the worst parts of Indiana Jones.
All right. So this, and it's got this arm up in the air, kind of thing going on.
Yeah, and note this should be 10-foot squares, so this thing
It's huge.
is very large. I mean, we'll say 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Well, about 160 feet long.
Half a football field.
Right. And conversely tall and whatnot.
Right.
What is this doing here?
Chilling, just relaxing, laying out.
Kind of looks like it's just chilling, being sick.
Yeah.
Got to be bummed.
Putting its hand up in the air like it just doesn't care.
Good thing to do when you're laying down sick in the woods. Don't care.
No.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
There's a giant building here. We could investigate it.
Let's investigate the
What
giant.
are there is there anything substantial to these ruins that are around?
No, I mean, the roofs are pretty much out of all of them. Of all the structures, the only one that seems to have any type of physical protection still available to it is probably this statue.
Okay, well, let's run up to the statue.
All right.
And get shot.
It's nighttime, yes? Duskish?
We'll say low light.
Okay.
This should you should be approaching this place during day 8. So we will say probably earlier rather than later. So we'll say it's dusk. You guys have had just broken down camp a few hours ago. So as time progresses, it's just going to get darker and darker.
Okay. There's a lot of open ground between us and this thing.
Yeah, and as of right now, I'm just going to treat these as 5-foot squares. Once we get inside, it might be a different story.
I mean,
All right.
it's...
Well, let's look around, see if there's... I mean, we can't really see it from this side.
Make me a perception check.
Is there
20.
26.
26. Okay. You want to have better than 26?
Nope.
I have an 18, so I can assist.
Oh, well, not really on this.
Then I can't assist.
You don't really see anything unusual in this area. I mean, random wildlife kind of roaming hither and thither. But beyond that, you don't really see anything.
All right. Well, let's look around it. This is where the notes came, so it's very likely that they came. The people we're following came this way too.
Right.
Yeah, and your survival checks are going to be good enough to see that tracks have kind of pushed through this, like, brush to kind of, like, punch into this area. Now, the survival checks to actually track people, like, in this kind of clearing where there's no broken limbs or anything, probably a bit trickier. There's also a number of, like, just animal tracks, because it's a nice clearing and shortcuts and everything. So it would be a bit tricky to see, but you imagine that the people you were following came through here. It would be difficult to not
All right.
investigate this site if you were, a week deep into a jungle expedition.
Well, we are Starfinders. We should probably take pictures while we're here.
Click,
I've
click,
never seen a
click.
statue quite this large before.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, let's
know,
take pictures
well,
of it.
hold on. The notes say it's like ritual stuff, and this thing is up in the air. That's almost like an altar.
It probably is. Hey, maybe this has stuff to do with a murder-death cult. We have an expert in murder-death cults.
I mean, and if you look at the hand, that's this is Principine. I
Yeah.
guess would be the word for it. Got 50-50 chance. It's pretty flat. Like you feel like
Well,
Get in it.
let's
it's
walk.
almost designed
Yeah, let's
to like
look around.
stand
Let's
on it.
walk around it, take pictures of it from all the different angles,
And find the door.
and find the door.
Okay.
We found the
The
door.
rotation of
do
the
you guys
door
wanna
is
go-
conspicuous.
Counterclockwise or clockwise?
That thing.
Clockwise. Okay. We'll say you guys make it to about here.
okay.
Of course, I picked the crack in the table.
Did.
And a sniper
okay.
shot rings out.
Well, first make me perception.
12.
12.
20.
Okay, 20.
15.
15.
3.
3. Cool. Okay. So, how does this work?
I want a feat that lets me shoot other snipers right in the face.
Down the scope.
I got the perfect name
I mean,
for that
they
feat.
kind of could.
Down
They
the
could
scope.
That basically
That's better.
that if I'm on the receiving end of the sniper shot, as a reaction, I can make a trick attack using perception against them.
That'd be cute. I like that.
It's like you see the scope glare right before they get you, and you react.
Ooh. Okay.
That would
So,
be badass.
Maia. Does a 19 hit your flat-footed kinetic?
Actually, no.
Nope. Okay.
It's just kinetic minus.
You just hear this pang as the shot bounces off your armor.
It's not a shot.
Oh,
It feels like you've been in the jungle for a while, and it feels like just this heavy vine just kind of like fell from a limb and just kind of like slapped onto you. And it kind of disconcerting because there's no trees or anything, and then you kind of like brush it off because it doesn't like, gets your attention. And you look up and you can see this like creature flying above you, sort of like actively camouflaging. 50 feet above you,
Nice.
starting to coalesce into view. And what you
Predator.
So
Predator with tentacles.
it's basically
Oh.
the other creature
Oh wow! Isn't that,
that is
a
on this.
It's really
whole?
gross looking.
flying above
That's-
you all.
It's like
This
one of
planet is
those.
a planet of nightmares.
It's like one of those
I am
dungeon
not
things
coming
that
back.
drop
No.
on you, except it's
not a good
attached to the
choice.
sky.
So
I'm from the diaspora. We have like space ferries with sniper rifles there.
You also have a space river.
Space River?
How does that work?
Magic.
I mean,
Literally magic.
It's inside of a containment field.
which is run by magic.
sorry.
No, but they have a river that
Dad's
runs the
fleet
whole...
never went anywhere near the
We're rolling
diaspora.
initiative.
It was like saying, "Attack us, please."
So, initiatives.
All right.
I'm going to...
I mean, I may or may not have
Borrow
visited
this
the
huge
diaspora
creature.
before.
18.
Oh. Okay. That's fine.
That's really huge. So, Cyna, what'd you get?
29.
Oh, just the 20
Look at
crew
you
here.
being obnoxious.
Cool, so you're up top.
That's
Maya,
what
what'd
this
you
is
get?
That's what this feels
24.
24.
I never play characters.
Okay,
like this.
Zenka.
18.
18. And Ion.
22. I mean, yeah.
22.
Yeah. Like, almost as good as I can roll and two people still beat me. Sons of bitches.
Alright. So it's something like that.
You said it's
Cyna?
like 50
Yes.
feet up.
You see this creature about 50 feet up. Looks like a... It's not even like a squid because it looks even more translucent than that. Like it can just kind of like float on the wind currents.
Oh, it's like these gauzy things between its legs?
Yeah. I mean, it just looks like it could probably float if it really wanted to.
Okay.
But yeah, it has, and it's so thin that it makes it even easier to kind of camouflage itself to its surroundings because it's just your vision would almost pass right through it. It's so translucent.
Gotcha.
It's not translucent right now because it attempted to attack
me.
him, almost like grab him. Now that you're thinking about it,
This
'cause
makes
it
me
wasn't-
think of a spider, like a spider that would, except it just kind of floats in the air with its web.
So.
It says creatures in Half-Life that hang from the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
stick their tongues
and
out.
you put
Yeah,
the
except they're-
explosive barrels in their tendril and
Yeah,
yeah.
Good times.
Really good times.
Now I want to go play Half-Life.
I want to play Half-Life 3.
Well,
We
we have
all
the
do.
story now, so somebody can go make it.
All right, so that's going to be a 24 for the stealth check for trick attack.
No. You're looking for 25. You're very close.
Let me.
This thing's an aberration. So is that what, like mysticism or?
I think,
Okay.
or it might be life science actually.
Sure. I'll let
I
you
roll
use.
life on it.
In lieu of looking it up, I'll let
Is
you
it
use
a,
either.
is it a
18?
magical creature? Or
It's
is
an
it
aberration.
aberration?
I'll let you use either. If you can make a justification for it instead of looking it up. What'd you have?
18 life science.
18 will let you identify this thing as a skyfish, or I will give you one additional piece of information that you can recall.
What do we,
I'll give you this for free. It seemed like what it was trying to do was wrap around you, not necessarily
Aberration
hit
is
you.
life science.
Okay. So it wasn't necessarily trying to hit you, it was trying to entangle you.
okay. Guess this gives special
It's
attacks.
a grapply.
Special attacks. So it can... I'll let you have another one because its special attack is basically its ability to
Oh, okay.
lasso you. Well, no, I'll actually give you this for special attacks. Its bite is poisonous.
Okay. Don't get bit.
Noted.
I mean, that's usually something I try not to do anyway, but this time, be extra not bit.
Okay, so my attack roll will miss most likely because it's going to be a 11 energy.
All right. And then I misspoke, so it's not actually one of its tendrils. It actually did use some type of like spider-like filament to try to entangle you, so that's what it
Pretty much a spider.
it was. The tendrils seem to only go about 15 feet.
Okay.
So, like, it's a 15-foot creature, and it's got 15-foot, like, reach with the tendrils.
Okay.
So, but its bite, it has to be adjacent to, and the bite's the one that's kind of poisonous. So,
Okay.
so did we decide what we wanted to...
I shot at it.
You shot, and you...
Yeah, I'm going to move out from under it.
What was your attack roll?
My attack roll was 11 touch, or 11 energy.
Okay, yeah, that missed. Sorry. I was a little distracted trying to
No, that's
also
fine.
figure out what to give you the information about this creature. Ion, it is your turn.
I thought I got a higher initiative than I had.
You had a...
22.
You had a...
26.
Sorry.
24. I mean, 24.
24.
24.
You did.
24.
I apologize. This is what happens when I don't use my normal. So, you want to pew-pew it?
What's the, is this at reach? Am I going to get attack of opportunity?
No, it's 50
it's
feet in
too
the
far
air.
away.
Oh, okay, so it's too high
I
up.
mean, it was 50 feet up when it tried to shoot you with filament.
Okay.
It can't reach you from where it's at right now, so you can safely shoot it from your current location.
Okay. I'm going to scan it then and shoot with my energy weapon. Big numbers. Those are very low numbers. As a 10 EAC.
No, that'll miss.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was...
Ion is not your turn, sorry.
Does a 15 hit its EAC?
It does not.
Okay. But a 25 is going to.
It will.
And that's going to be a critical.
Oh, snap.
So...
Wreck it.
Oh, okay, that's... Got it.
Okay, so it's going to take 18 damage right off the bat.
Okay.
And it is on fire.
Oh, and fire.
Also, it's on fire,
In addition...
followed by death.
It is going to take... At the start of each one of its turns, it's going to take a d6 of fire damage. To put itself out, it has to make a reflex save. DC 10 plus the amount of fire it takes that round.
You know, you're over the rule about setting the web spell on fire in Pathfinder.
Yeah, it just kind of burns away.
Right. Just saying.
I don't know if that works here. I mean,
Each round, it gets an additional +2 to its save to put itself out.
Okay. Got it.
my Legacy of Fire group just did that in a dungeon, and they just had like probably about 100 square feet of web that they had to do that with, and they're just like, okay, well, this room we're going to throw in some oil, catch it on fire, and shut the door, and then wait, and then open the door.
Okay.
Back in the AD&D days, there was a person who did spell research to combine web and grease to make the napalm spell.
Wow, that's
So,
good.
Cyna, does
Yeah.
a 30 hit your kinetic?
It most certainly does.
That will hit any of us.
Woo!
Good lord.
You're going to take 12 piercing damage
Eee!
as you hear the telltale sound of a high-powered precision rifle
We have the
go
worst
off
luck.
and pop you.
Oh my god. That sniper is back.
And he shot me.
He was going to shoot us, and then this
Where did
thing
the
came
shot
out
come
first.
from? Which
Perception check.
side am I hurt from?
Perception check.
22.
22.
Can any of us roll a perception, or just him?
Anybody can, but he's
He's the one who got
this
shot.
is starting to get personal, like in a hurry.
Yeah, because you know, this would be worth a move action on my turn.
You get shot. Your first reaction is to get down, and you just go through the mental gymnastics. I got shot here. Scan the horizon, and I mean, it seems like it was that area.
This way.
I mean, like, I can't give you a radius. I can give you a direction,
Okay, I'll take it.
and I mean that it's like that way.
That side of the
You didn't
map.
get shot that way. You got shot.
From like the other side of the statue.
So you've got 180 degrees.
So you're talking about
That
somewhere
shot
where
came
there's a
from.
gap in the statue. This fool shot you through that gap.
Right.
or on top of the
And
statue.
looking at the statue, there's some structural gaps in the statue. There's also plenty of trees and stuff over in that distance. You are familiar with that sound because you have used this rifle
Right.
for a long, long time, and you know that the effective range of it is probably about 250 feet.
Okay.
Anything below that is going to work too. But you know that
Remember
past
that time
200...
you stood up on the hand and this sniper just like shot us all in the face one by one? Yeah.
But you know that after 250 feet, you're going to have more specialized weapons and scopes and stuff to be able to
Okay.
pull that off.
Okay, so
But
this wasn't
you
a sniper
know this
weapon.
gun,
Okay, I know this gun.
and you know what it's capable of. You know the ranges. You know where you would want to be. And, well, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20. I mean, you could probably get a few dozen feet into the tree line and be able to pull that shot off.
Okay,
But you're thinking maybe statue might be
right.
most likely to be able to do that. And that's what happens.
Okay.
Zenka.
Okay. You said it's about 50 foot up?
It's probably like 30 feet up now.
Well, it hasn't moved or anything. It's still about 50 feet ish. I mean, its center mass is like 50 feet. Without getting too granular into the mathematics and stuff.
Okay.
You want to calculate the physics of floating spider?
Well, and I mean, if you
squids.
just need to see a bit of it, it's got dangling tentacles.
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to make a decision between different spells. Okay, I'm going to cast Magic Missile at it after I move away.
Okay.
So move me to here. Okay. And then I'm going to cast Magic Missile at it and hope to God it does something. I'll take that. That'll be 8 points of damage.
Alright, it takes it. Alright, so this thing is on fire, so it needs to
It
take damage.
it takes 6 damage,
Alright.
and then it needs to make a reflex save DC 16.
Its reflex is...
if it wants to put it out.
If it wants to put it out.
It doesn't have to.
It's a wispy thing on the breeze right now. Like, it's...
You're saying
Does the fire give it
it's
lift?
flammable.
Just flies away.
It can jump in
Like a hot air
water.
balloon.
It can jump in water to put it out immediately, and it gets a +4 if it decides to roll around on the ground.
Neither of which seem like good ideas for
Yeah.
this.
I don't know. It sounds like a great
If it rolls on the ground, we're just going to boot party the shit out of this thing, just so you know.
Boot party
It will
the shit out
it will
of it.
flail about trying to get rid of this, and it needs to make reflex. DC 16.
Yeah.
Got a 14.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like, oh, hey, look, I'm going to fan the flames.
Yeah, I'm going to scream at it. Rolling in the ground is more effective. Boot party, we'll help you put it out.
Is that any action for it to try to put it out, or was that a standard?
It's a reflex save. It's just like a
Reflex save.
reflex.
So it, following its tactics,
The very first thing that happens is it takes the fire damage, then it gets reflex, then it gets
tries
its
to
turn.
do that.
Because it can take a standard action to just put the fire out, I believe.
No,
Standard? Full?
no. You get a reflex save.
Is it just the reflex save?
It
That's what the thing
has-
said.
Okay. It's going to float down a bit into
that would
range of its
be
tentacles. This is going to
The
put
on
it at
fire
about
condition.
30 feet above you guys. It's going to lash out at Ion with a tentacle, seeing as how
Technically, that save happens at the end of the round, actually, but it doesn't matter.
seeing as how this person set it on fire. It's probably not going to get there. 13 kinetic on you, Ion.
No, it's not gonna hit him. He has the same armor as me.
Okay. Gotcha.
Full round action to get a second save with a +4 at the end during
it didn't
during the round.
do that.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Cyna, it's your turn.
All right.
You guys are not alone. Everyone heard it.
Right.
You have a good idea of probably where it came from.
So, Can Zenka hear me if I think at them hard enough?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Then I'm going to think at you really hard, and I'm going to say the sniper is on the is either in or on the other side of the statue.
Okay.
So that
Can you think that to the rest?
Well, he's got.
Well, I mean, him.
no,
I can repeat that.
and then
I
going
also
to
have telepathy because of my archetype.
Okay.
What is telepathy?
It's me saying telepathy mid-spit.
So it's like
sorry, I
telepathy,
couldn't
but you can
resist.
only communicate like a Teletubby.
Oh no.
Oh.
My
No.
TV appears on my belly and I go,
All right.
love
Sorry,
you, Les.
sorry. Spoiled the tense mood. So Cyna
okay.
is going to sprint 40 feet, which is actually just her normal movement, and take a stealth check here at the base of the statue and hopefully the brush that's growing up around it.
Okay. Well,
Hug the
this
wall.
arm is actually extended upward too, so you could probably like get underneath like the floor.
under the arm.
Well, yeah, I don't know for sure that they're up
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there, but that's where I'd be.
Yeah, yeah.
Either
so
way, that'll give
That's
you some
going to
cover.
be a 24 stealth check.
Cool.
What halfling?
We'll find out.
Maia.
All right. Time to get rid of this wispy thing.
agreed.
How long would it take to change weapons?
It's a move action.
Oh, I'm not moving
Well,
anyway.
like you can change hands for free.
These are
you
both
can-
rifles.
Oh, okay.
To get out of the weapon is a move action.
Okay. Well, I'm going to change to the dangerous orphan.
No, I found that in the rules. They just kind of reduced all the item stuff to just one action.
It is a
called manipulating an item.
21 kinetic.
Yes.
All right. Blow this thing
It's
out.
a giant space gauze.
Right.
It's like an.
That will be 10 damage.
It's like a dryer sheet
damage.
with tentacles.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want to get attacked by one of those either.
I mean, pretty
You
much
know,
if you
if I
add
had
tentacles to anything, it becomes pretty much awful.
Yeah.
Like, think of an octopus, which is pretty much a head with tentacles. Now add more tentacles to it. Now it's awful.
No.
Let's put more tentacles on the head.
It's
like two octopuses can join together at the head.
Yeah,
It's
now
like bacon for aberrations.
Yeah, now it's absolutely awful.
Cleric levels for anything.
We're gonna add bacon to this. Make
How
it
do we
better.
make this scarier? Just
tentacles.
put, about 4 levels of Cleric of Ergothoa on it. And,
Sure,
oh,
do it.
okay.
Also some tentacles, and then just maybe some bacon bits on top.
Zenka, it's your turn.
She's going to cast Summon Bacon. Make this way better.
I cast bacon.
I mean, unless that's an energy type, and then I can just use energy ray.
Yeah, it does B damage.
That's bludgeoning.
Unless
BA.
it's bacon.
Bacon.
Unless it was yesterday, then it was blunt damage.
Oh god. Okay.
DP Doe in Huntington had this Facebook post and it was all like, special 420 deal. How high are you gonna get? And it was all like, get 4 calzones for $20. And it just had these like 2 high guys running around the park climbing on trees and stuff. And I was just like, what is this? Like,
That's called marketing.
yeah, that's marketing. It
Okay,
is.
it's still about 50 feet up though, right? It hasn't moved down.
It moved down to tentacle. It's about 30 feet now.
Okay.
It's 30 feet because it is 15 feet and then it had 15-foot reach. So, really, it exists in the 20 to 30-foot zone
Okay.
from the ground, above sea level.
You want?
What?
Well, I can't see the sniper.
No.
Do you guys want some microbots on that thing? I think that'll
Yes.
help since it's making.
Yes, and then when we identify the sniper, you can put it on the sniper.
I gotta get close enough to the sniper, but yeah, sure. Okay. Microbot assault.
And that's within 35 feet.
Yeah, because I got to do the thing within 35 feet, and then I get a. It starts as a 10-foot square, but it can break up into 4 individual swarms of 5 feet.
That puts you there.
Yep. Now that's the other thing is I don't get control of them. They just know who's friend and who is foe and prefer to go after foes. And they will
What prefer? Does that mean that
The whole use of prefer in that spell makes me a little bit more hesitant of your wanton use of it.
wait, what?
all of my spells come with downsides, and they may not just be in the spell. It might just be doing stuff wrong, which I feel like works perfectly in character.
Zenka's like, I'm a bus driver.
We're lucky any of this works at all.
They're just like, yeah, I can control these, and then they split into 4, like,
Oh my god, just like the children.
I only have 3 fingers. I only have 3 fingers.
get in line! Get in line! Single file!
Sign your damn permission slips.
Although the microbots generally know which creatures are your enemies, you have no control over their targets or direction of travel. If there are multiple valid targets the microbots can harass, the cloud will split into a maximum of 4 5-foot square segments and pursue different targets.
So I would say that would be up to, like, GM and player discretion, what reasonably,
Yeah, 'cause it's-
what's closest to coalesce on.
All right, so it's all over the giant squid.
Yeah, so it's going to get a 10-foot square as long as it's...
Got it.
Yep. So +2 to hit it, and it's got to get 2 higher to hit us.
And then I moved you so that you were exactly 35 away from it, but closer to the door.
Okay.
So
That's
you're
fine.
not spending future actions to get close to the door.
That's fine. I will take that.
All right.
And then I can just move that later.
This thing will...
Well, I can't move it. It can move. Once I know there's a target, it'll know, hey, target. Now move your 20-foot fly speed.
It's like a real life drone.
Except it's a swarm of drones.
Quick, grab some of the tendrils and just use it as a paraglider.
That's what he does. You run up after him and he just like runs out, grabs it.
This thing will
I gotta get off the
actually
plateau.
make its landing down here. Odds, evens. So that'll be Maia.
Now that being said, I think the swarm would stay where it was. It would move out of the swarm, and then the swarm
It's
would...
fine. In lieu of trying to figure out where these things are in 3-dimensional space.
Okay.
It's fine.
Maybe they just kind of spaced all out on around it. It is a swarm.
Do they fly?
Three-dimensional thing.
They have a fly speed, but it's one of those things where it's like they move on my turn, I think. So they can move away, but...
We'll say that this is fine. I feel like that's what we say every time. So it is going to attempt to bite Maia.
We're getting into the paperwork
Does it
portion
do a
of
bite?
running a wizard.
Does a 18 bite Maia kinetic? Okay. It misses with its little
Me and Maya
snapfisher
have
beak.
like pretty hardy ACs right now.
I know. You guys are always in the front. That's what I have to do. So you want to roll the fire damage since it's still technically on
The only
fire?
downside for me is
Six,
I have no
6 more
HP.
fire damage.
My word.
It gets a +2 on this save.
That'll give it like a 28 reflex.
Okay.
Then.
So it takes the 6 damage and then it attacks, and then at the end of its turn, it puts itself out.
Okay. 48 and no longer ablaze. Cyna, you're hidden right now.
Right. How tall is this building?
Oh God.
Because I'm inclined to climb it. I'm thinking really hard about taking the feat next level that gives me a climb speed equal to my land speed.
I saw
What do we
that,
figure
and I thought that was pretty awesome.
What did we say the scale of this thing was? Like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,
160
70,
feet long.
80, 90, 100.
It's big.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 160 compared to, let's say, like a 5-foot elf is 32 to 1 scale. So I'll... let's say if you want to get on
Not
like the
132nd,
torso of
32 to 1.
that's yeah. So if you want to get up onto the torso of it, I'll call it 30 feet,
Okay.
And with the various and sundry like wrinkles and holes built into this, I'll say it's kind of it's not smooth. I'll say it's kind
holes
of
are
rough.
The holes aren't deterioration; they're features.
Yeah. Also, the skin of this thing does appear to have like
Nodules.
pustules
what appears
and
to be
sores and whatnot.
It's a rock wall.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh,
It's Rockwall.
All right.
I'm upset that we have to talk about that. That is disturbing.
But you're not being sneaky either right now. You are considering climbing this thing. Right now you're being sneaky.
Right. I'm
What we
considering
are
it.
considering is aborting sneak mode.
Well, on the odd chance that it is up in the hand, it would not be able to see me from here.
True.
Actually, what I really want most of all is to be able to see whatever the hell is up there doing that.
You don't have grenades, do you? Like the usage.
You know what? I'm going to...
I have grenades.
Smoke grenades might be a decent thing if they make those. I don't
They
know.
do. They fill
I don't own those.
10-foot spread with smoke.
Might be 15. Like they're really good. Plus
Well-
plus a grenade launcher.
I was
Like
thinking
let's just
something-
make some cover everywhere.
I was
All
thinking
right.
more just something to drive them out.
So I'm going to kind of...
I have an
Come
infrared
around
sensor
here
on my armor
in
as an armor
stealth.
upgrade, so I can see the
Okay.
smoke.
I've got that listed, but I don't actually have it. Like, it's just there to fill up an armor upgrade.
23?
I've just never removed it.
Well, it lets me see like laser-based security systems. It gives me dark vision 60 and lets me through like
So
see
sneaking under
concealment
the arm?
stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah, around kind of
It is
here
a
to
good
be able to
upgrade.
use the shoulder as cover when
not
climbing
jacked
up.
Because it's starting to descend down to the
Yeah.
ground as you.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like at the shoulder and sort of the
Yeah, where
Nape
the,
of the
where the
neck,
hair
yeah.
meets the
Yeah.
neck meets the shoulder. Okay.
Cool.
You're
Should
still-
also give lots of handholds.
but you're still ground level right now.
Yes.
Okay. So you just 23 stealth it. Got it. Maia, it's your turn. It looks like Cyna is trying to keep cover here and figure out where the sniper's coming from, while everybody else is sort of focusing on this creature who has
You guys
made
got this. I'm not
who has
worried
made
about it.
landfall and is attempting to do bites.
Right.
Right,
This
and
is
it
where
has-
this is where the boot party
It
happens.
it has a -2 to hit, and we have a +2 to hit.
It's technological prayer.
Okay.
It is.
Does it have reach? Do I need to back
It's
up?
got reach with tentacles, yeah, and it got adjacent to you guys to
Yeah.
bite.
You can't. You can guarded step for the sake of it,
but it's not going to help.
Yeah,
you.
you can't get out of its reach without drawing an attack of opportunity.
So I'm stuck either way. Getting an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. That,
If
you
I
know
make
what
a
that
full round
means?
attack, is that 2 attacks of opportunity?
Yeah. No.
If it's got combat reflexes,
Which doesn't
but-
exist in Starfinder.
Does it not?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I'm going to get hit anyway.
Reaction.
I'm just going to do a full
Wait till
round
that's my
attack.
book.
It's -2 for a full round, right?
-4 for both attacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, -4.
Honestly, combat reflexes is problematic. It's great for bad guys. It's bad for characters to have.
Yep.
You know I'm going to do it anyway, though. You want it?
That's the
Alien
sort of-
Full round.
Archives. Alien Archives 2. Guarantee you there's going to be creatures
Nope.
in there.
Oh,
Nat
natural
20.
20.
Oh my gosh!
Is that on the first one or the only one?
First one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to. I decided I was like, I'll just take the -4s.
Just rip it up.
Is that a laser?
No, it's kinetic rifle.
Okay.
I switched weapons like last round.
Dangerous orphan.
Dangerous Orphan. Does it have Dangerous Orphan carved on the side of it?
I wish.
If not, it will.
Maybe
very
painted
shortly.
on there. Yeah. 6 damage for the first roll.
Like machined on there, like Jesus is in heaven or whatever. The
9 for the second.
It's
so
just going to have a
15.
And
Have,
then
like-
+8.
little Orphan Annie
Plus
and
8?
Daddy Warbucks.
Don't
with
you add
machine guns.
+4?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
twice.
Don't make me draw that.
No, I counted the +4 on each of those rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so how much damage was it?
15 damage.
15.
And then I'll roll up my second attack. That's going to be a miss. That's a 3. So
Ion, he gets a really good shot on this thing. Oh, he's going to take his attack of opportunity. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You
that is still a thing.
You about got away with something. It's going to do a bite.
It was distracted from all the damage it took.
A 19's not going to hit your kinetic, though. Does not do that.
The funny thing is I have like no health.
Does
I've
a
just tried to
15
get
hit
a
its
high armor
EAC?
class to mitigate that.
All right, so I rolled 2 10s. That means I missed both times.
All right.
If you hit me, I'm dead. But you don't get to hit.
that is the goal with this character.
You can either not care about getting hit, or you can just not get hit.
Okay. Let's see here. Cool. And then... Ooh! Zenka.
Probably.
A 15 kinetic.
No, actually.
Nice.
I actually have armor.
You feel kind of like your arm kind of get bounced, like it just took a heavy impact with something. You know, it was another kind of like high caliber rifle round that kind of like hit your arm. Didn't do any damage, just kind of grazed you.
18 to see where it came from.
You do not know
Okay,
where it came from.
that's fair.
I mean, you can tell by like the arm that it hit you that again it's kind of like in that area. Doesn't tell you anything additional that doesn't tell you anything that Cyna hasn't already told you.
That is fine.
About this. Anybody else would like to make a perception check?
Yeah, roll perception check.
I'm just looking for something to send my robots after.
13.
Okay.
I know I'm in the middle of the woods right now. Okay.
You guys have no clue where it came from. Zenka, it is your turn. You were just shot at.
I was. I wasn't hit, though. So it doesn't break my concentration on this. So this is still going, providing I take the standard action to keep it going. I think I'm going to take cover beneath the statue as well.
Okay.
I should have enough movement to get over there. Wait. No, hold on. Because if I move, I'm going to move too far away from that thing. I'm just going to take my standard action to concentrate on the spell.
All right.
We'll move this way then.
Oh, those were 17s technically. It's EAC.
Well, maybe those will hit next round.
Okay.
That's it. That's my turn.
All right. It is creature's turn. What range do we have on that? Cool. You all hear a telepathic voice in your head. It says, okay, I'll just leave. Just leave. You'll never see me again.
Wait, who is it?
I'm assuming it's the tentacle monster.
Is it
I
the
doubt it's the
tentacle monster?
sniper.
Where is it from?
It's telepathic. It's in your head.
Yeah.
I feel like
So I'm going to respond
Oh, God.
by my telepathy, unless this is the tentacle monster talking. We already know where you at. We coming for you, bitch.
I prefer Sky Fisher, but I'm
That
just
was
going to leave
kinda
if that's
racist.
okay.
Hey, you want to tell us where that guy shooting us is?
That's
Yeah.
not you guys?
Nah, you want to carry us over to him? He's our friend. He got a little confused earlier. We don't have to fight anymore. You can just like pick us up and take us over there.
What?
I don't.
We'll give you a ration.
We'll stop shooting you. You'll stop biting at us. We'll part as friends. You help us,
I'm
and
just
then
going to
leave.
fly away.
Right.
It's on fire.
By the statue as we hold onto tentacles.
That sounded like loud noises were coming from over there, so I'm not interested.
We're not asking you to hang out. Just
That's cool because I don't want to hang out here. I'm just going to go now.
Okay, goodbye.
And it starts to withdraw.
Oh no, my robots. It took my robots.
So it starts to. It catches a good draft. Floats about 100 feet up.
Being on fire gives it
starts
some
to
lift.
use its aerial camouflage to not be visible anymore, but you can still kind of see it
I guess that's the nicest tentacle monster I've ever met.
floating.
Very polite. Like,
Floating
sorry,
away.
my bad. I didn't realize you guys were awesome.
I didn't expect you to put up a fight. I expected that to be just kind of a cakewalk, and it wasn't. And I enjoy being alive,
Sorry,
but hungry rather than dead.
From that
and
high up,
also
you
hungry.
look like a monkey. Sorry.
I will go eat something else that doesn't put up a fight. Y'all have fun with whatever is shooting.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Title music provided by Overclocked Remix and created by CFX. Find more great classic game remixes at ocremix.com. Ambient music provided by Tabletop Audio. Original 10-minute ambiances and music for games and stories. Find out more at tabletopaudio.com.